Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Deck it quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them gain, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits.
That TTG money gang,
making profits.
We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, guys? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Wow. Wow. What a day. I got to be honest, guys, this is one of the craziest days that I have ever seen in my entire trading career. A 1,300 point swing in the Dow Jones, a 7% swing in the S&P. I cannot tell you the last time that I have seen that big of a swing from lows to highs. This goes back to the Russia invasion. The Russia invasion from February 24th is the last time that you saw price action like this. It is an exact replica of that Russia invasion day. We all remember where we were, what we were doing as traders on February 24th. Okay, I'll zoom in, I'll show it to you guys. You guys can see it a little bit more clearly. We all remember what happened on that day, right there on that cold February day when we got the news, Russian troops crossed over Ukraine. You got a massive gap down in the overall markets, and the market stuck their foot in the ground and absolutely ripped everybody's faces off to the upside. That is the exact same type of price action that you had happen in the markets today. And we absolutely crushed it. I'm going to talk to you guys exactly what happened today in this market. It is a big day inside of True Trading Group. It is a big P&L day. We were all over this thing. Over 70% gain on some call options. We're going to talk to you guys about that here today on this live stream. But we're also going to talk about how on earth did this happen. There are very specific reasons why this happened. We're going to talk about how did this happen, how we made money from it, and what happens next. So we can now talk about how we're going to make money moving forward. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, guys. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. And I've been doing this now for about 16 years. And I began my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my first job out of college. Then 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession, the stock market crash, the worst, stock market that many of you have probably ever lived through. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And this is not my first time seeing this kind of volatility. I actually love this type of volatility. I've been telling you guys that this is the most volatile market that I've ever seen in my entire life. You've had more 2% or greater moves in this market in 1 year than you have ever in history. And that is providing people like us, swing traders, day traders, with some of the greatest trading opportunities, some of the greatest money-making opportunities that I've ever seen in my entire 16-year career. But enough about 2008. This is 2022, and the opportunities are every single where you look inside of this market. Now today, I'm the head trader at True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 other professional trading mods and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, to learn how to trade and profit consistently. TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, workshops, mentorship for stocks, options, futures, cryptos. Were you in the market in 2008? Raj, yes, I literally just told you. I received the Trader of the Year award in 2008 from the fund that I was working at. My very first job out of college, was in 2007. I was working for a fund in New York City. In 2008, that was the great stock market crash. And I was actually short all of the banks, the financials, Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. I was short financials during the Great Recession. And that earned me the Trader of the Year award. I learned in this environment. This is the environment that I thrived in. Okay, this is nothing new to me. Stock market's crashing. Everyone talking about a recession. This is nothing new to me. This is actually the environment that I learned in. I learned in this environment. I got hired at that fund in 2007, my first job right out of college. And then the very next year, all hell broke loose in the stock market. And that's literally, I was just thrown to the lion's den my first job out of college. I learned in this environment the exact same strategies, the exact same techniques that I used in 2008, I am putting to work this year. And I'm teaching members of True Trading Group how to do these exact same type of trading strategies to capitalize on the environment that you find yourselves in here today. What worked last year does not work this year if you have not figured that out by now. You need to be able to adjust your trading techniques based on the environment that you find yourselves in. 2021 was a raging bull market. It was the most ridiculous bull market that we've ever seen. You never got anything more than a 5% pullback in the S&P. That's not normal at all. It's normal that you get 10% pullbacks throughout the course of every single trading year. You got nothing more than a 5% pullback. That's the first time I've ever seen that in my trading career, when only the biggest pullback ever for the whole year was 5%. That was 2021. That's not normal. But a lot of people think that that's normal because they just got involved in the markets for the first time in 2021 because everybody was talking about it and everybody was home and everybody had stimulus checks and everybody was playing AMC and GameStop. Everybody was playing all the crypto coins and everybody was talking about gamma squeezes and the meme stocks and all of that stuff. And that's how everybody learned. But that's not reality. That was a fantasy land. That was fantasy world. This is real life. This is the real world. And if you guys want to learn how to make money in the markets, you need to learn how to make money in this environment. And that is exactly what we teach our members in True Trading Group, because this is the exact same type of environment that I learned how to trade in. And we're using those same styles, those same techniques, and we're implementing them on a daily, weekly, monthly basis so that members of True Trading Group are able to be putting in some of the best years that they've ever had. This is the worst bear market that most people on this live stream have ever seen. Most of you maybe were not in the markets in 2008. Most of you were not in the markets in the early 2000s with the dot-com bubble. Most of you surely were not in the markets in the 80s when you had the double-dip recession, and then you had the stock market crash also in 87. Most of you were not in the markets at that period in time. So this is the worst environment that many of you have ever seen. But it's not a worse environment. It's not a bad environment. Just because stocks are going down doesn't mean that it's bad. It's actually amazing because you can make money a lot faster on the way down as long as you know how to do it. You have to learn how to short. You have to learn how to buy put options. You have to learn to look at a stock chart and say, you know what? This stock is probably going to continue moving to the downside, and learn how to position yourself and how to make money from that. That is exactly what members in TTG are doing. That's the reason why True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online trading educational platform here today, because we are teaching people how to thrive in this environment. We take that university level of education and curriculum, we combine it with today's top trading and investing tools that are worth over $5,000 a year on their own. You get them on our platform included at no additional cost. You don't have to pay anything extra for those tools. We give you access to 10,000 of the TTG members, some of the most active, educative, and supportive community of traders that you guys have ever seen. Of course, we give you access to all of our real-time alerts from myself, the 9 other professional traders in TTG, that I've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now, going on the last 2 years. We're family at True Trading Group, guys. We leave no trader behind. If you are new to this live stream, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Subscribe to this channel. I do this 6 days a week. Okay, 6 days a week. And I told you guys, okay, I told you that today was going to be a day that the markets were going to move. I told you today was going to be a day that could end up being a complete make or break year, a make or break day for the market for the entire year. And what happened today is not what I expected to happen. Nobody expected a 1,300 point reversal in the overall markets, but you need to be able to identify opportunity and adjust to it. And that is exactly what we did inside of True Trading Group. And it resulted in an over 70% gain on call options. So we're going to break all of that down for you. This environment you find yourselves in, this bear market, members are making money in True Trading Group. And this year, this bear market, the worst year that most of you've ever seen, members are making money. Watch this. Guys, TC fan, members, are you making money this year? Because of True Trading Group? Are you guys becoming better traders because of True Trading Group this year in the worst bear market that most of you have ever seen in your lives? Are you guys making money this year? If the answer is yes, type the $sign. Type the $sign in chat right now if you're making money this year. I want to know about it. Type the $ chat right now. Anyone that's on this live stream that is not a member, that maybe can't comprehend or figure out how the hell people could be making money in a market that's down 27% on the year. Well, not now. We're up a little. Now we're down a little bit less than that, thanks to the 2.5% gain in the markets today. So you're down a little bit less than 27%. You got about 25%, 24% in the S&P here this year. But look at all the people that are telling you that they're actually making money in this environment. How can that possibly be? Many of you might be asking, or these people, they must have had more money than you. They must have more time to sit in front of their computer. They must have more experience than you. And that is not the case. If that's what you thought, then you thought what you thought would actually be completely and utterly wrong. Sometimes the easiest answer is the right answer is the most simplest one. And what if I told you that the reason why all these people that you see here on this side of the screen are making money is because of two very simple reasons? What if it's because reason number one, they joined the True Trading Group's platform? What if reason number two, they are utilizing what the TTG platform offers and they're putting in some effort around their budget, around their schedule, and as a result of that, you're getting the answers that you guys see here when I ask these questions? Maybe it really honestly is just that simple. But most people are jaded. Most people have been scammed by some other group or some nonsense and by someone trying to take advantage of your desire or your need or your want to better your financial situation for you and your family. A lot of people have paid for platforms like this before only to be lied to lose money, to be scammed out of their minds. Yes, Money Con, that's what I'm talking about. $14,000 day today, and I can prove it, they said. Congratulations, that's a big day. 45% gain on my portfolio for Jay Jowdry. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yes. Big day today. Oh, man, big day today. Great job, Jay Jowdry. That is what I am talking about. Guys, I know that this is the case. I know that, yes, I made $2,000 today. My boy Ali, that's what I'm talking about. Great job. Really great job. Yes, MO goes, if you are willing to learn, they can teach you. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. 4K today from Greg. Oh, man, incredible. Incredible. Harsh shot. We're going to talk about that. Okay. We're going to talk about exactly what happened today. Okay. And I'm going to be the first person to tell you, I did not think that this was going to happen today. Nobody did. That's why the markets did a 1,300 point reversal. Okay. When that CPI number came out, the market absolutely completely crashed. Absolutely completely crashed. You went from 362 all the way down to 348. At 8:30 this morning when that number came out. It was a complete crash. That is a monstrous move to the downside. But then very specific things started to happen during the trading day. And it's not just one thing. It's multiple things that started to happen throughout the trading day. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what it was that happened here today and then why we went ahead and got long, got into call options, and we're able to adjust that original game plan from this morning to make money in the markets. I want to be Diane Fig when I grow up. She rocked it today. Yes, Diane Fig, who's actually one of TTG's apprentice, actually pulled out an over 1,000% gain today on SPY call options. I believe she's on this live stream right now. Diane, just absolutely incredible. Great job. Literally over 1,000% gain on SPY call options for Diane today, one of TTG's apprentice. Just an absolutely insane move. One of the craziest trades I've actually ever seen. So congratulations, Diane. Yes, Pitbull Mom. We all want to be like Diane, knocking those 4-digit gains out of the park. But that's the type of trading environment that you find yourselves in. I'm not on this live streams here today to tell you, oh, yesterday I told you the stock market was going to rally 1,300 points off of the low. That's not why I'm here on this live stream here today. I'm on this live stream here today because I've been telling you for days that this is going to be an absolutely crazy, insane, wild day from CPI data. And the CPI data came out. I told you if the number comes in at like 8.3, I think was the exact number that I said yesterday, the markets are going to crash. The number came in at 8.2, and they absolutely crashed from 362 all the way down to 348. That is an absolute crash. And then we come on the microphone pre-market, and we're going over all of this with all of our members live inside of chat. And as I'm sitting there inside of the chat, I'm looking at everything that's happening in the markets. And I told everybody, I go, guys, I'm going to try to short the first bounce that we get in the market. But I hate when markets give you such a big gap down. I hate when you have big gaps in either direction. Like when you have a huge gap up or a huge gap down, it takes away so much of the trade. Where when that number came out and we went all the way to 348, I'm like, oh, damn. Like that's too big of a move to the downside to buy put options down there at 348. Is way too big of a move to the downside. I'm not going to, and I literally said to people in chat pre-market, once that happened, we got to 348. I was like, guys, I'm not coming out of the gate buying put options down here. We're down too much. This is too big of a gap down. I'm going to wait for the market to bounce. And if the markets bounce, I'm going to go in, I'm going to try put options off of that first bounce. That's exactly what I did. We waited, I waited. The markets bounce. I took a stab at put options, but I put on what's called a hedge trade. A hedge trade is where you're going to be short something and long something else. And then once you have a situation where you're at an inflection point on the market, an inflection point means that if we break through certain levels, you can potentially have a very large move in either direction when the market gets to what's called an inflection point. And I put on a hedge trade where I got long Netflix and I got short the SPY or put options on the SPY. And that was my hedge trade. And once we saw that the SPY started to move to the upside, and I'm like, wow, this gap down is actually getting bought up completely. It's time to cut off one side of the trade and then let the long work. And Netflix absolutely exploded. This is what being an active trader is really all about. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do all of these exact same things. Again, I'm not here to say, oh, I knew this was going to happen. There's not one trader on planet Earth. If anybody tells you I knew that the market was going to crash 700 points, 800 points this morning, and then rally back 1,300 points, if anybody tells you that they knew that that was going to happen, they're totally full of crap. They're completely lying to you. The reason why the market's reversed 1,300 points is literally because nobody was expecting it. When you get these major outsized moves, $8,000 day, and I had the sense to close the PC and go do errands instead of trading it away. Way to go, Holly. Holly, great job. Great job. Great job. Lee Brown, you said you have 3 days of downside. Play that recap from yesterday. Most people in TTG lost money. Lee Brown, I don't know what the hell you're talking. Most people in TTG lost money. We crushed it today. Okay. And yes, I told you that if you get a higher than expected CPI number, where my exact words were 8.3 or higher, you probably get 2 to 3 days of downside. That's exactly what I said to you yesterday. But the move that happened this morning took that away. You are not listening to the words that I'm saying. I said this in the morning. After that CPI number came out, the market's flushed. It was a massive move to the downside. And then I came on the mic and I said, guys, this is too big of a gap down. The market just took away the entire move to the downside. It was way too big of a flush, which is why I said on the microphone, you need to listen when we speak to you during the day. We are on the microphone talking to you all day long. I have said all week, do not try to predict this CPI number, react to it. Don't try to predict, react. I was not thinking that 8.2 was the number that came in, actually, by the way. I said 8.3 or higher, but I'm not splitting hairs because I did say 8.3 or higher, you probably get 2 to 3 days of downside. Yes, I said that. But when that number came out at 8.2, the market's completely flushed. I don't know if you were watching pre-market. Pre-market, we went all the way down to 348 on the SPY. That is way too big of a move to the downside off of that print. It took the entire trade to the downside away from you. It happened at 8:30 in a matter of seconds when that number came out, which is why at that moment, I'm on the microphone saying, guys, this is way too big of a gap down. I'm going to put on a hedge position in case this market moves to the upside. That is what trading is about, not trying to predict a CPI number. It was expected to be 8.1. It came in at 8.2. The real problem with the CPI number was the core number was significantly higher. The CPI, the headline number wasn't that bad. 8.2, expectation was 8.1. That's not that big of a difference. I said 8.3 or higher, you get probably multiple days of downside. But it happened at 8:30 in the morning. You dropped 12 or 13 points. Do you understand how big of a move that actually is? I really don't think that you do. It took that entire trade away early. which is why we put on the hedge. Get long something while you get short something else to protect yourself and protect your position. This is what being a trader is all about. If you're looking for someone that predicts the future, good luck. Spend the entire rest of your life looking for somebody that will predict the future. If you want people that can actually analyze data and analyze situations and setups as they actually occur in real time, this is what really makes me laugh. This is why, if you're not part of True Trading Group and you're not inside of the chat room and you're not getting this analysis in real time, I'm sorry. But that's the advantage of being inside of True Trading Group, right? Because you're going to have myself and 9 other traders talking to you in real time as different things happen. You also got a piece of news today that nobody thought you were going to get yesterday. You need to be able to analyze news. And what is that news? It has nothing to do with CPI. You got a piece of news today out of England that is a major component and a major reason why the markets moved higher today. But you don't know that because you're not listening to what we are trying to stop trying to predict these pieces of news, rather analyze them and react to them. You got major news out of England today. That's why the markets were gapping up so big to start the day. Then the CPI number came out, the markets crashed, and then continued back to the upside. That's not a coincidence. The markets were down so big early when that CPI number came out that all of your shorts, all of your hedges, they took their positions off the table. That's what started the early morning buying as shorts and hedge covered their positions because the market was down so much. You were down 15% in 1 month. I don't care what the reason is. That is a huge move to the downside for any stock market, for any catalyst, for any reason. That move to the downside was taken away from you as soon as that print came out. That's why shorts started to cover. That's what gave you the early morning buying. Then you have this news out of England. And we'll talk about this a little bit later. I want to bring on my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group to kind of go over this because he asks a lot of the same questions that you guys have. He asks a lot of the tough questions. Okay. He asks a lot of the tough questions. And I think that it's really good for him to come on and we can have a very open discussion so that, people can really understand why this happened today, because the news that came out of England actually has a lot to do with what happened in the US stock market today. And there's a couple of other reasons why the markets moved higher today. It was an absolutely monster trade. It was a monster day. It was an absolute monster day. It really was. I mean, today was one of the most volatile days the last time you saw price action like this was literally the end of February. It was just nuts. It was just absolutely nuts. So this is why it's important for you guys to be part of True Trading Group. If you could not check your emotions at the door this morning, if you didn't know that you needed to react and not predict, then yes, you got your head taken off today. If you couldn't check your emotions at the door and analyze the situation and the setup that's in front of you and notice what is happening, because you had a piece of news today, aside from CPI, that was thrown into the mix that changes things and was very, 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 very important piece of news. We adjusted. We adjusted in the middle of the day. Not in the middle of the day. We adjusted early. We adjusted very early. I was long Netflix within the first hour of the day. So I'm putting a long position on. It was actually the first position I put on in the day. I actually got long first. My first trade of the day was a long position. And then I put on a short to hedge myself completely. And then once I realized that this gap down was going to continue to be bought, I cut the short, I left on the long, and Netflix exploded to the upside as the rest of the market exploded to the upside. So, Lee Brown, if you couldn't check your emotions at the door this morning, I'm not sure what else to say. I want to go ahead, guys. I want to bring on my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. Everybody give Adam a big warm Ayo welcome as we go through and talk about what happened here this day.
What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
It's it was one of those days, man. It was one of those days, and normally I come on here and for those that think that I don't get some kind of sick pleasure in literally putting Mike on the spot, you guys are wrong. It's literally one of the most favorite things that I love to do.
He loves asking me all the hard questions.
I do. I really love putting him on the spot, because if he's good enough and then he should be able to answer it and address it. So, but let me tell you, I have nothing but respect for how you handled today and what you've been telling everybody for the past, week plus.
Yeah,
what you've been telling them all for the past week plus. You literally said to people, do not predict this. Do not predict this. React to it. Be proactive. You gave everyone a study sheet of what they should do to what lessons they should review. You went over if this, then that game plans, Yep. I mean, I get it. There were people today that did lose, money.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more people that made money today.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, losing is a part of trading. Losing is a part of trading. And when this type of stuff happens, this type of volatility and this type of, unpredictability, if that's even a word, it's incredibly hard to keep your emotions out of it. And the past 2 days on these live streams, why do you think we were doing trader psychology lessons on here for 2 days in a row?
We did an entire trader psychology workshop for members in chat yesterday, right before today, because we knew that today was going to be absolutely nuts.
So, we get it. We get it. All right. So, Mike, what kind of put into context what you feel was the main, what was the biggest surprise to you today? I mean, is it just the price action or what?
Like the price action, hands down, the price action.
Okay.
I was, if you said to me at 8:30 in the morning when the CPI number came out and we dropped all the way to 348, I was like, whoa. Now, I was not expecting that big of a drop off of an 8.2 headline print. It was a massive drop. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Like a little taken back. If you said to me at that moment that the SPY was going to go to 367 today, I would have said, no way. I literally would have said to you, no freaking way. I was just like when the Russia invasion happened. What happened today is a market functionality situation. And there's so many people that don't understand these things. I'm going to try to explain it to people, as we get into this in a way that people do understand. It's the same reason why the markets gapped down huge when Russia invaded Ukraine. You had like 1,000-point gap down when Russia invaded Ukraine, but finished the day green. And nobody could understand why or how that could happen. And it's a matter of market functioning and market positioning from different funds. There were so many shorts going into this number that when the number came out, all of the longs, people that have been buying 3,600 on the S&P for the last 2 weeks, holding this market together while it's absorbed all of this negative news, that higher than expected number was the final straw to break the camel's back for longs. And they finally stepped out of the way, and you got an absolute flush out panic in the market. That flush out panic was so severe that the markets got to a point where it's like, okay, this is enough of a move to the downside. You actually retraced 50% of the COVID rally. So from the COVID low up to the all-time high, you retraced about 50% of that move when the markets flushed. And you got down to under 3,500 on the S&P, 348 on the SPY. It was such a huge move that now all of those shorts, all of those positions that have been hedged by larger institutions started taking those hedges off the table. And those shorts started to get covered. It is a matter of position. You went into this with some of the most bearish positioning and some of the most bearish sentiment on record. There's a lot of sentiment positioning indicators that are the most bearish they've ever been in history. So what that means is that hedge funds and large financial institutions have a lot of cash on the sideline, and they have a lot of short exposure to protect their long positions. So as the markets go down, they're going to lose money on their longs, but they're going to offset those losses by making money in shorts and in put options and in different hedges. The market went down so much off that number, they started taking those hedges off the table. And you got a lot of short covering today. That's what started that move to the upside, because the move down was so severe. So that's what really surprised me, because I'm saying to myself, okay, if the move to the downside is big enough for those shorts to come off the table, that could mean a lot of the selling pressure that you have seen, a lot of it for now has been done. Otherwise, you would have gotten
read that comment on screen for a sec.
I followed Gio's advice this morning and held tight until a pattern formed after market open. I saw it, took advantage of it, and turned 14-cent SPY calls into $1.02. Ayo, that's incredible. Great job, Dave.
Sounds like Diane Fig, bro.
That does sound like Diane Fig. That's a monster trade. Congrats. That's a monster.
I mean, look, it is incredible to see what happened. This was the most volatile day the stock market has ever had. Is that accurate?
I mean, without like the chaos of like COVID when nobody knew what the hell was going on. I mean, yeah, I think this is a more volatile day than even the Russia invasion low. I mean, this is one of the most volatile trading days I've ever seen in my entire life. To see a 1,300.
There was so many ways for people to make money today, and even people that are working full time. Listen, not everyone's able to sit in front of their computer.
Yeah, listen. There was a lot of ways for people to make money today. There was also a lot of ways for people to lose money today if you guys did not understand what was actually taking place. And I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm just being real, because yes, I came on here last night on this live stream and I said if this number comes in 8.3 or higher, you probably get 2 or 3 days of downside. But I would have looked for us to get into the 340s. I just thought it would have taken maybe 2 or 3 days to get into the 340s. It did it in 2 minutes. Once the CPI number came out, you dropped straight to 348. It said, the hell with all the 350s. You went straight to 348. From 362 to 348 instantly as soon as that number came out. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. And if you let your emotions kind of take over, and if you said to yourself, this number is bad, therefore there's no way the markets can move higher, you would have kind of missed the rest of what was taking place, and also the news that came out of England, which actually had a lot to do with today. So I think today was more just, hey, things got oversold. I think it was enough for shorts to take their positions off the table, and for hedges to take their positions off the table, and we pivoted and we adjusted. I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't say this on the live stream last night. I'm not showing you a video clip of, look, I told you so, this was going to happen. All I told you was that this was going to be a major volatile day. It's going to move the markets like absolutely mad. Don't try to predict the movement, react to the movement. And what happened this morning, my game plan changed. And just like we do any other day, I'll come on the mic. I tell members, guys, this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah, and honestly, if they were a member, if you're a member of True Trading Group, you knew about it every step of the way, even if you weren't in chat because you had the mobile app.
So like, if there's somebody that's on here that's like just a YouTube viewer and you're like, I lost money because you told me to buy puts. Well, you know what, man? Get your ass in chat and start actually getting guidance in real time so that you can pivot when things change, because news comes out, like things change throughout the course of the day, and you need to be able to understand how to analyze that data, to analyze that change and capitalize on it. And that's what I did.
And honestly, man, 99 times out of 100, if the CPI data, if that number comes in hot in this environment, puts is the right op. We've
gone down more than 2% every single time this year that CPI came in above expectation.
I'm just crazy, like, impressed, not just with you, right? You've been doing this for a while, so very few things you do, like with regards to trading. I've seen it for well over a decade. What I was impressed with today was how many members in chat and how many TTG members were able to pivot with you.
Yeah.
I was most impressed with that. I was like, damn, these people are really like, they're getting it. They're getting it, you know?
Yeah.
It was, that was really, really, really impressive to see. You know, that was really impressive to see. Man, everyone wants to know is do we go back to 348 tomorrow? I mean, that's the question, right? Is this
no way. No way.
So now you're predicting?
Got him. You're just not gonna listen, man. I'll predict price action. I'm just not trying to predict economic data. You know, trying to predict economic data in this environment is just a fool's game because analysts haven't gotten it right, not once so far this year. But today, I think today was a lot of short covering. You know, I really believe that short covering is what started this move. And then buyers, I think, stepped in. Once you got back over 356 on the SPY, I think buyers came back into the market. But I think short covering was what started this.
What does that have to do with what's going to happen tomorrow?
I think there's been enough constructive price action to where I think sellers pause and people will step in and you'll start to see some more. It's exactly what happened. It's exactly like similar to what happened here with the Russia invasion low. So you see the Russia invasion. This was the Russia invasion low, right? This was that day. And you can compare today's price action to a lot to the Russia invasion low. You can compare it a lot. And you'll see you got more upside for the next couple of days because this Russia invasion low was also a lot of short covering. And you got it, and all the selling pressure. I mean, you got tremendous selling pressure to start off the year, right? Tremendous selling pressure. That selling pressure paused, and you got a couple more days of upside. Right? Then you had the markets you had a deeper pullback. You never tested that low. And then you got a significant little uptrend. I expect very similar price action to follow here. Now you have a lot of catalysts coming up here, like tomorrow, next week, and the week after, which is going to be earnings. And the earnings that are going to come out, I expect a mixed bag of earnings. I expect some companies to say that things aren't that bad. I expect other companies to say things are terrible. And I think you're going to get a mixed bag, and that those earnings are going to create a bit of choppiness, but I think that bit of choppiness creates a little bit of a higher low and will allow the markets to actually move a little bit higher. What I think you're going to have happen here, barring any other type of crazy news out of England or if any other news comes out of like Russia, Ukraine, barring any major news catalyst like that, you're not going to get another CPI number for an entire month. The CPI number are what the markets are terrified of. The markets have moved down more than 2% every single time you've gotten a CPI number, okay, that's come in higher than expected, except today. That is interesting. Whether you refuse to it, whether you can't see past that or not, that is interesting. For the first time, you got a higher than expected inflation number and the markets moved higher. Think about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, you had a higher than expected PPI number and the market traded sideways. Today, you got a higher than expected CPI number. The markets initially went down and finished the day back to the upside. That's the first time all year that that's happened. I don't care what you're going to say. That's significant in my eyes and in my opinion. And that creates enough structural constructiveness where this market is not just going to put in another red candle right back down to 348 tomorrow. Not to say I don't think the markets can pull back tomorrow. I think the markets could pull back, for like 1 or 2 days or maybe breathe after a day like today. I don't expect this. I don't expect another green candle tomorrow that takes you back to 380. I expect the markets, maybe we go a little bit higher and then pull back a little bit more. But I expect these markets to actually start to stabilize now a little bit and try to find its footing back at that 356 level. This 356 level that was support prior to the break, where all of the longs really were holding on for dear life at 3,600 on the S&P, I think that level may come back into play as a level of support. I invested 10% balance of long-term portfolio when S&P reached 3,500, and at the same time, profit on Netflix put from 14 to 1506. Way to go, Robert. Great job on grabbing some of that stuff long-term on that dip to 3,500. That's, was a great spot to be adding some stuff in your long-term portfolio. But I think that this level comes back into play now. And maybe the markets do something like this tomorrow, right? Oops, where'd that candle go? Maybe the markets do something like this tomorrow where you get like something where it looks like that. And then, maybe the bank earnings tomorrow maybe aren't as bad as people thought. And then maybe on Monday you get a little bit of a pullback as people don't necessarily really trust this little move to the upside. And then, maybe a little bit more weakness. And then all of a sudden you get earnings next week from some of your major companies, your tech companies, consumer staples, and maybe it's not as bad as people thought on earnings. And then markets have a chance to move to the upside, because I'm telling you guys this now, if this 356, 360 level, if that level holds support on a pullback and a reset, and I think it needs to be tested. It needs to be tested. Just like when you go back to that Russia invasion low, you see how it needed to be tested. You see how you put in that double bottom higher low and you never got back down to test the low. I think that this needs to be retested. You need to fill back a big chunk of today's rally and pull back into it and make sure that there's enough buying pressure that doesn't let it evaporate all the way back down to the low. And if that happens, I think this market can go to 380. And I'm going to actually be looking for pullback opportunities to look for a move to the upside for the next couple of weeks. So watch for pullbacks over the next couple of days, within the next 2 to 3 days. But if you can hold 360, 358, that whole area, I think you have an opportunity to maybe get yourself into a couple of longs and try to play that and trade that to the upside. And then you'll have the Fed meeting in November. So you're a couple of weeks away from your next Fed meeting, and we'll see if the Fed gives you another 75 basis points or not. It's priced in for 75 basis points from the Fed, but what you're going to want to see from the Fed meeting, the next Fed meeting, this is going to be extremely important. The Fed funds target rate has moved higher, not because the Fed said so, but because the market is anticipating it. The Fed funds target rate was 4.5. It has now moved up to 4.85. That's a nice little pop to the upside. Okay. If the Fed does not move their Fed funds target rate on the September meeting, because that's what is starting to become priced in and what's starting to be expected. If the Fed does not move their target from 4.5 up to the 4.85 that the market is pricing in, that would be a catalyst for the markets to move higher. You have to watch the next Fed meeting that you get in the beginning of November. Does the Fed move their Fed funds target rate? They moved their Fed funds target rate the last Fed meeting in September, which is a huge reason why the market sold off the way that they did for those 2 weeks following the Fed meeting, because the Fed themselves moved their target. If the Fed does not move their target this time, that's a catalyst for the markets to move up. So you have to watch that when your next Fed meeting comes out. Again, my advice to you is going to be the same that it's been going into this report. Do not try to predict what the Fed is going to do. React to what they do, because when the Fed does something, you get direction. You don't have to be a hero. You don't have to be the first person to that party. Who likes being the first person to a party? No one. Let the party jump off. Let it start to be a real lot of fun, and then show up and then join the party. Stop trying to predict things that are completely out of your control. This is the first time in a decade that the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates, inflation is high, and you have a situation where quantitative tightening is taking place. You haven't had this scenario in over a decade, in well more than over a decade. It hasn't happened like 15 or 16 years. So stop trying to predict like you know what's going to happen. The greatest analysts on Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, JP Morgan, Barclays, UBS, they are not getting these predictions correct. What makes you think you're going to? Stop. You're fighting a losing battle. Rather, learn how to analyze the data. Learn how to develop a game plan. If this happens, I'm going to do this. But if this happens, then I'm going to do that instead. You will be far better off and put yourself in a far greater position to profit consistently if you do that, rather than trying to say, oh, CPI is coming out, I think this. Who cares what you think? You have no idea. What data points do you have to figure out what the CPI number is going to be? What data points do you have? Do you have Jerome Powell's phone number? Do you and Jerome Powell go to lunch every single Tuesday? Does he tell you what he's thinking? I don't think so. So
Does he have a dorsal fin?
So stop trying to predict like you know what the Fed's going to do. You're putting yourself in low probability situations. You are literally going all in with 7-2 offsuit. Stop. Put yourself in higher probability situations. That's what trading is about. Trading is not about who can predict the future. Nobody can predict the future. Everybody has their guesses. Everybody has their theories and their thoughts. And I give you my theories, I give you my thoughts, I give you my predictions. But at the end of the day, you need to be able to react and adjust to things that you are seeing happen in front of your face in real time. Being a trader is about identifying high probability setups. I will teach you how to identify the difference between an A setup, a B, or a C. A setups have about a 70 to 75% chance of probability, right? B setups are about 60 to 65% probability, and a C setup is a 50-50 coin flip. Stay away from C setups at all costs. Go to Vegas if you want 50-50 odds. How was your morning, Adam? I heard you had a tough morning.
What?
I heard you had a tough morning.
With what? Oh. Yeah. You want me to make a point, obviously.
I do.
Okay. Yeah, this morning was a bit difficult for me. Mike and I are very accessible when you sign up for a True Trading Group membership. We make ourselves very, very, available to all of our members, all 10,000 plus. And this morning was messed up, man. This morning there was a lot, initially there were a handful of people that were really not, one person in particular this morning was really not positioned well. He's a newer member, or they're a newer member. And, they, I don't know if you guys were on here for a stream where there was a single dad with like 5 kids, and he ended up signing up for a membership, and it just like kind of really like got me that night. Anyways, that same person this morning made a comment in chat about potentially harming themselves, not potentially, literally saying I want to that it would be a good idea for this person. He said this about himself, that it would be a good idea to essentially commit suicide. And that really, 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 that was, that was a lot to take in this morning. That was a lot. And I ended up speaking to this guy for probably a little over an hour this morning. And that was difficult. And yeah, it's easy to give be like, hey, go ahead and call the suicide prevention hotline and get some help, and legally we were covered or whatever. But I started to think like when he signed up, and I thought about what no, he was not blaming TTG. He was not blaming TTG at all. It wasn't his fault. He came into TTG, invested in some things. He's relatively new.
He was holding a bunch of stuff from a while. And
then when this happened today, he made the comment, and I tried talking to him, and I did. I ended up speaking to him for a while today. And yeah, look, we went ahead and we covered ourselves legally, but even after that, I was like, hey, you know what? I felt awful for this person, especially because I come from a family where my dad was a single dad, You know, it was one of the, you know, for those that watched that live stream, it was one of the reasons that I had, you know, why I gave, you know, the offer I gave that night so that this person could sign up. And, you know, we ended up speaking for a while. And look, what I want to say to this is this as well. There is no amount of money. Yeah, and yes, he is okay. He is okay. There is no amount of money that is worth your life or harming yourself or anything like that. Okay? There is no amount of money that is worth that. Zero. And you know, and I felt bad. I was listening to this guy. This guy just wants to get ahead like everyone else, man. You know, this whole thing is not meant for people like him or you to get ahead. This is literally not meant for you know, the stock market is not set up for you guys to get ahead. You guys not falling in line and working the 9 to 5 you know, the 9 to 5 job, and then, you know, helping big corporations get wealthier while you take a sliver of it. It is not meant. This whole game is not meant for you to get ahead. It's not designed for you. So I get it. It's tough. It's really tough. Mike, how important? I mean, what percentage is would you say skill versus controlling your emotions and trading? What percentage would you think?
At least 80-20. 80 mental, 20 skill. At least.
Yeah. So you know, it's one of those things, man, where it was. Hang on a second. It's one of those things where it was just this is all good, and this is one of the greatest environments I've ever seen. I don't even trade, and I made money today. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, my job's to run this business. I'm not one of the traders. Even I made money. I mean, so I'm just saying that it is literally out there. Just a tremendous amount of opportunity that is out there. But you got to be willing to put in the work, and you have to be willing to control your emotions. You know, and his loss, I mean, for him, it was a lot of money. You know, but his loss, I mean, this guy was, you know, and look, I'm sure there was other stuff going on. But we exist to empower you guys. The fact that we can make money while we do it is just such a blessing and a win-win that I don't even know how to, you know, accurately convey that. You know, and if you're new on here, we have a lot of people on right now. If you're new on here, I'm sorry for kind of going off the rails on this. You know, Mike and I talked a little bit before the stream. I didn't know if he was going to want me to say something, but I think it's important that everyone kind of remembers why you're doing this. You know, remember why you're doing it. It shouldn't be, you know, yeah, everyone wants to make money, but why do you want to make money? To support your family, to have peace of mind, to pay your bills, right? There's reasons why you want to make the money. It's not just I want to make money because I like the color of the paper that the money comes on. You want to make money because it gives, you know, it you know, gives to that, you know, it contributes to whatever the actual goal that you're trying to do. So, I think it's important that before you kind of throw your hat in and call it quits, you try and remember why it is you're doing what you're doing, why it is that you want to do this, and know that there's always a different way to go about it. That's never the answer. And yeah, it's scary when you watch your 401k go down or when you watch your long-term portfolio go down. But today and many days like this, and the members in True Trading Group showing you that they're making money, not even us telling you that they're making money, they are telling you they are making money. That should be enough for you to see, well, crap, if I'm not at least offsetting what I'm losing, if I'm not at least taking some sort of an action, then what excuse do I have? We said it today in chat. It's important. It's very important that you acknowledge people's wins. I'm sorry, that you acknowledge the losses and that you learn from them. And that when you see others having success, you gravitate toward those people and you ask them, what are you doing? Help me understand how it is that you're successful, because if you did it, so can I. That's called hope. If I don't know how to do something and I'm continuously screwing up at it and I'm not being successful at it, and I see a whole mess of people that are doing well at something that I want to do well at, I am going to put myself with those people. And if I don't, then I don't have a right to complain. It's that simple. Unfortunately, there are people that believe that trading is gambling, and you're wrong. You're selling yourself short. Go tell that to Warren Buffett. It's not gambling. Go tell that to the 10,000 people that we have that spend hours and hours studying and going over stuff and seeing success. What an insult to those people. These people are not winning money. They are earning it.
There you go.
These people are not winning money. They are earning it. So,
Guys, how many of you are on this live stream that are not members? Type the letters TTG right now if you're not a member of True Trading Group. I just want to see who we have here that's not a member of TTG. Just type the letters TTG. Really, just type TTG if you guys are not members. Jay, Sniffer, Smitherin, Parker, Aaron, Neuroman, Adam, Ellen. Yeah, don't be shy, guys. Just type the letters TTG. I just want to see who's on here that's not a member. We have a lot of people on here tonight. Carlos, Pink Floyd, Matthew, Campitelli. Carlos Money Magnet. I like that. Michael Cervels, Viet Nguyen, Mark Thomas, Colin, Alex Santiago. I don't know how to read. I think that's Mandarin. Mike Shu, Garpo, MM, Wally Brooks, Malik. Beautiful guys. Cool. Awesome.
So what I want to know is from everyone that just said they are not a member that typed TTG, all the people, Malik, Wally, MM, Gurpal, Mike, the guy that has Mandarin in his name or girl, Alex Santiago, Matthew, Mark, Colin, all of you guys, I would like to know why. What is your why? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to make money in the stock? Just type it in. Type your reason why. What are you doing here? Go ahead. I'm really curious. YouTube sent me here. Good stuff so far. Why are you staying here then? On average, how long does it take a novice trader to learn proficient at options trading? Everyone is different. How much work you willing to put in?
Yeah.
Viet Nguyen says, pay my loan. Vanessa Stoller says, to support my family. Scotty says, financial stability for me, my mom, and my brother. Big D says, I don't want to answer to my employer anymore. Ben Griffin, to be financially comfortable. Ellen, for retirement. Financial freedom. Provide a better life for my family. Keep up with inflation, having options. That's a good one. Getting old and no retirement. Scary thought. Family, future, and retirement. These are good things. You know, Matthew, I want to build retirement. Wally, to learn the craft to make money, work in retirement.
These are all the right reasons.
These are all the right reasons.
I don't see anyone saying, I want to buy a Lamborghini. I want to buy a Rolex.
I trade to make extra money. Came for suggestions, staying for info. Awesome, Pink Floyd. Also,
awesome, Pink Floyd. I
you
like
have
that.
great taste in music.
Yes, you do.
I am a big Pink Floyd fan. Literally just trying to get ahead. Isn't that crazy? This right here, that's the most real shit that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look at that for a second. That is the most literally just trying to get ahead. That's some real stuff, man. Trade to afford to pay for my kids' private school. I feel you on that. Be my own boss. Become the best trader in the world. This is just amazing. I enjoy it a lot. Awesome, Paul. Learn a new skill set. Listen. Typically what we do. What, man?
Nothing. I can hear you.
Hang on, stop. Harvey Sanders, so I'm not on the street again. Jason Reynolds, need financial freedom. Sitting at the computer all day is killing my back. I hear you. And I have financial freedom, and I still sit at the computer all day.
Yeah.
Wow. E. Curry, TTG, to prove to my son with a master's in finance that I'm not an idiot. I want to prove I can do it. Most say I can't.
Hell yeah, Reginald. Reginald's a new member, so they're just starting their courses work right now.
I need you guys to do me a favor. You should. Had another group I paid for. Never been so comfortable trading with you guys. TTG. Oh, thank you. I want you to do me a favor. Firefighter Greg, because I'm scared of not providing.
Man, I just felt that.
Yeah. Take care of my mom who has Alzheimer's. Let me tell you something. I want you to sign up for True Trading Group. But more importantly, I don't want you to forget why it is that you're trying to do what you're doing. Don't lose sight of why it is that you even tried in the first place. And then if you fail, don't lose sight that the thing you tried for, the reason you tried for in the first place, as long as you're breathing, is still there. That's really important. So what I'm going to do here, tonight is this. You know, we were going to go ahead and raise the price up tonight. And I just feel like there's a lot of excitement and uncertainty and whatever. And I know if we move the price up tonight, we'd still get people that would sign up because we've done it. And I know that people would say it's not the point. The point is that let's keep it where it's at for another day. I want you guys that are out there that may be on the fence, that may be scared, that don't know. I don't want you to feel like it's too much or there's a block there. So we'll leave the price at 50% off one more night. And then tomorrow we'll move it to 1,200 and we'll keep it at 1,200 all weekend till Sunday at midnight. That's what we'll do. Sherry3 says, Adam, can you give the giveaway to the guy? How many other people feel like that's what I should do? A lot of people, huh?
Wow.
What if I were to tell you? I'm apprehensive to tell you this next part because every time that I've announced that I've ever done anything nice for somebody else, like this, the messages of things that happen start to flood in. First of all, you guys are absolutely amazing.
It's incredible.
It is absolutely. So if you're not a member, look at this is our community. This is our community if you're not a member. This is us. What if I were to tell you that I already gave it back to him this morning? Personally. So we can still do the giveaway for everyone else. I took care of it myself this morning. What I will tell you is this. That is not a green light for members to send me emails telling me sob stories and asking for money because I will ignore it. Please do not do that. Every single time something like this has come up and it's been made public that I helped in some sort of way, it's just an influx of people asking for things. So we can still do our giveaway for our members today. You guys don't have to give it up.
It's amazing, Adam.
We already took care of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave it at 1100. And because I and Mike and I spoke earlier, Mike is going to do Mike is going to buy laptops tonight for you guys. Okay? So for new members that want to sign up. Normally we give out laptops. We don't have any more laptops. I'm not going to do this over the weekend. Or, at least I'm not. I don't know if Mike is going to. I don't think that he is.
Listen, I had a great day today, but I'm not going to do it for the whole weekend. I'll do it for today.
So that's what we're going to do. Okay. So that means, and I'll let Mike explain it to you in a minute, but that means that tonight, how many do you want to do, man? Like 15? You want to do another 15?
I'll cap it at 15. Yeah. I'll cap it at 15.
Okay. All right. So then what we'll do is for anyone that's on here that wants to sign up, you're seeing a lot of our community on Front Street right now. Yeah. This is what you're coming into. These kind of people, this kind of environment. This is who we are. Really, really, really not impossible, but hard to fail completely outright when you're a part of something like this. And I don't mean not lose money. Everyone that trades loses money. It's part of it. The secret is to win more than you lose. So, with that said, Mike, run them through what they get, and then let's talk about what you feel happens tomorrow in detail. And we'll go forward from there.
Yeah. Yeah, and
and then really, really, really quick before you do that, let me do the giveaway real quick. So we'll spin the wheel of names.
All right, let's do it. So, guys, this is a $1,000 giveaway. We're doing this for just our members. Why? Because it's fun, and we had a great day today, and we're doing a $1,000 giveaway just for no reason other than it's cool. So, good luck, everybody.
Yeah, here we go. Can you hear that?
I could. Who's it going to be? Flomy. Congrats.
All right. Excellent.
Congrats.
All right.
Congrats.
So, Flomy, just shoot me an email right now, adam@truetradinggroup.com, and I will go ahead and I will get you paid. All right.
Congratulations, Flomy.
Congratulations, Flomy.
Awesome.
All right. Very good. So, Mike, show them how they can join, and then let's wrap up.
Yep.
Also, TTG members, don't forget tonight, in an hour, you guys have, and all, everyone that is a member can come. We have a study group tonight from 6:15 to 8:15 inside of chat.
Yeah, it's open.
It's open.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Who's hosting it, Adam? Who do we have tonight?
Chris Toner.
Oh, you guys got to get in there. Chris Toner is, for those that don't know, Chris Toner is one of our option traders at True Trading Group. Like I told you, there's 9 other professional traders aside from myself that are in TTG. Chris Toner's been trading options for over 20 years. His level of experience makes me look like a rookie. And we call him the due diligence master because his due diligence is literally second to none. I absolutely love his approach to trading, the due diligence that he does, and the positions that he puts himself in from an option trading perspective is just incredible. He does a lot of swing trading with his options as well. So for those of you that maybe work full-time jobs and have smaller accounts and you're looking to swing trade options, you do not want to miss out on this workshop because Chris Toner is the guy that you're going to want to listen to if that's trading style that you're looking for.
Yeah, and then Luciano just said to me he's getting a bunch of texts from trial members asking if they can take the offer for tonight as well. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. So I mean, they can take one of the laptops as well. That'll be included in part of the 15. So
normally when a trial joins, it is normally when a trial joins, it's $1,420 when you want to convert.
Yeah.
We'll give it to we'll make an exception for this evening.
Cool.
All right, go ahead, man.
All right, guys. Yeah. So the next 15 people that join the platform will get what is actually a 50% discount on the membership, and then you'll also be getting a brand new free laptop included with it. I'm going to buy them myself. We did not get any more laptops from our wholesalers. We had them for one day yesterday, and then we completely sold out of them. We haven't been able to get them from our wholesalers on a consistent basis for a little while, but I had a great day today. I mean, this Netflix trade was an absolute monster. For those that are just tuning in to put into perspective for you, right there is where I bought Netflix. Okay, right there is literally where I bought Netflix, and you guys can see what the stock did today. Just an absolute monstrosity of a move. You're talking like a 6R, 7R type of trade. Just crazy, meaning you're making 6 times what you were risking. Just a big trade. So I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to buy the laptops for people, but I'm not going to do it all weekend like Adam was saying. But I'll just do it here today. You guys have to understand, first and foremost, though, when you join True Trading Group, you're getting access to our entire platform. It's all inclusive. There's no upsells for courses. There's no upsells for the tools and resources that are on the platform. You pay one price. You get access to all of our courses and tools for the entire year. It's like, think of us like the Netflix of trading communities. You pay one price, you get access to the core of everything that we have. It's $5,000 worth of premium tools and resources from companies like Benzinga, Trade Ideas, Trading View, Quote Media. You guys get access to their tools, their full tools, not trials of their tools, all of their tools. You guys get access to in full for the entire year that you are a member of True Trading Group. We've spent years building relationships with these companies so we can offer their products on our platform without you having to pay anything extra or additional for it. It's all included when you pay $1,100 to join the TTG platform. You're also going to get, of course, all the real-time trade alerts from myself and the 9 other professional traders that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 2 years. You'll get access to literally the best damn community of traders, 10,000 of the TTG fam. You just saw the comments from people in chat. If you can't tell that this is the greatest community of people that you're ever going to find, then, just from being on this live stream, you saw all these people that we're doing this giveaway today for $1,000, and you saw all of them were like, yo, give it to that guy, give it to that guy. That's the type of environment, the type of camaraderie, the type of support that you're going to find when you join True Trading Group. It's not just from myself and the mods, it's from the members themselves as well. And of course, you also get a double your money back guarantee that you most likely will not need nor want, but it's there for peace of mind. We've only had to give that refund to 2.6% of subscribers since 2016. We have a 78% retention rate, which means 78% of our members are renewing their membership price. So based on that refund rate, the retention rate, we're also 5-star rated with nearly 1,800 reviews on Trustpilot. So based on what members tell us, the reviews they leave, based on those statistics, I can very confidently sit up here and tell you that TTG has worked for thousands of people. And if you're willing to put forth a little bit of effort, I think it can work for you as well. And I'm willing to back it up with a double your money back guarantee. So the way it works is quite simple. You don't have to do this in like 30 days, right? You have an entire year, the whole length of your membership, 12 months. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. We do a study group every week. I'm asking you to attend one. If you do those things and still cannot make the $1,100 membership fee back at least once during your membership, I'm going to give you back double your money. $2,200 is what I'm going to give you back, a 100% return on your investment. I have no problem doing that. There's not a single other company out there that would, because they're not as confident in their platform's ability to help you actually reach your goals as we are confident in our platform's ability to help you reach yours. To help you out, this comes out to just $91.66 a month. It's $19.23 a week. It's $3.01 a day. Did you know the average person spends over $2,000 a year at Starbucks? For $1,100, you can get offered to all of these things. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will flash green. It'll drop to $1,100. That's a 50% discount. It was supposed to go up tonight. You guys can thank Adam. It's going to keep it here for just one more day. So it's $1,100. That's 50% off. You'll know you're getting a laptop. If you see in your checkout cart, if you see a laptop, that's how you know that you're getting one. There's 15 of them. I'm willing to buy them for you guys for the next 15 people. So as long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, that's when you're getting one. Once 15 transactions go through, that laptop will just automatically drop off the page. So if you're watching this live stream later tonight and you see a laptop on ttgoffer.com, you know that you're getting one. You can enter your coupon code, click out, you're good to go. You don't have to enter your address to get the laptop. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions on how to claim the free laptop. We cover the shipping cost. We ship anywhere in the world. You live on planet Earth, I'm going to get you that free laptop. Doesn't matter where you live. We have members from all over the globe. All right, this $1,100 price point, it's not going to be cheaper for Black Friday, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year's. So I would take advantage of this offer. This is a sale that we were running ahead of the CPI data because I was confident that this CPI number was going to be make or break for this market. I thought that this was going to be a massively important and volatile day for the markets. And I've been telling you this for the last several days. For the last 3 days, I've come on these live streams. I've told you this was going to be a big day for the markets. And big was it ever. One of the biggest, craziest, most volatile, insane days from a technical standpoint and price action standpoint that I've ever seen in my entire life. And we absolutely nailed it today thanks to the Netflix long, which I'm going to cover for you guys in just a moment. But you have to just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, price will drop to $1,100. You see a laptop, you're good, check out, and you guys are finished. If you have any questions about this membership, you send a text message to 786-505-4049. Again, send a text message to 786-505-4049 if you have any questions at all whatsoever about this membership. If you are a trial member, or a previous trial or a previous annual member, and you want this offer, we will also let you take advantage of it, but you do not go to ttgoffer.com. We have to whitelist your email, so you need to send a text message to that number as well. So if you're a previous trial, a current trial, or a previous member, you just need to send a text message to the phone number that's the bottom of your screen you see down there in the corner. Just send a text to that phone number, and we'll get you guys taken care of. We'll get you hooked up if you guys want the $1,100 price point and the free laptop. Because if you're a trial member currently, it's going to cost you over $1,400 to upgrade to an annual membership. Save the $320, right? And get the laptop. You're talking about hundreds of dollars in difference in value. So if you guys want the $1,100 price point, we'll keep it there for one more night. Send a text that number, or you can go to ttgoffer.com and type in the coupon code TTG121. All right. We have to, big welcome to Jasenia. Big welcome to Jasenia. Oh, no. I'm sorry. All right. Anne. I'm seeing the wrong name here. Anne. All right. It's Anne, not Jasenia. Anne, welcome to the TTG family. Everybody welcome Anne. Anne, welcome. Anne is the newest member of the group, so she just grabbed one of those laptops. So that means we're down to just now 14. I'm only doing it for the next 15 people. So Anne, welcome to the family. 14 laptops left. Again, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Gary Peters says 1 year is $1,100. Then how much to sign up the following year? Gary Peters, the price you pay when you join is the price you pay for life. So it does not matter if our membership is $2,500 next year. It will be substantially higher than $1,100. I can promise you that. But it does not matter if our membership is $2,500 next year. When you sign up to TTG, the price you pay is that you are locking yourself in at that price, which is important because $1,100 today saves you 50%, but we have a 78% retention rate. So chances are you're going to want to renew your membership when your year is up. You might be saving 60 or 65% next year, but you'll never pay more than your $1,100. All right. So good question. I'm glad that you asked, but you are locking yourself in at that price point. We do accept credit card, PayPal. We also accept PayPal credit. All right. So just select the option that you guys want to use when you get to the checkout, and we'll make sure that you guys are good to go. Nice. Gary Peter says, okay, I am in. Gary, I'm looking forward to trading with you, brother. You got the double your money back guarantee, guys, too. Don't forget that. If you can't make the $1,100 back at least once during your membership after going through the courses, the quizzes, and the study group, I'm going to give you guys $2,200 back. All right. Just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code. If you see a laptop, you're good to go. Check out. Remember, you don't have to enter your address to get the laptop. You get a welcome email with instructions how to claim it. Any questions? Send a text to 786-505-4049. All right. Gary, looking forward to trading with you. And you as well. All right. Let's get now over to the Netflix trade because I want to go over this with you guys because this was what is called a hedge trade. And I've been doing a lot of these hedge trades lately because there's been so much volatility in this market that I want to bring my risk, I want to bring my risk down as much as I can while still gaining exposure to the volatility that you have in the markets. How do hedge trades work? You get long something, you get short something else. Okay. And once you take profits off as you can, because then that will reduce the risk on your hedge. But as the direction starts to show itself, because obviously I assume when you're entering a trade, you're entering because you think you're going to get a specific direction, but you haven't gotten it yet. You're not sure yet. The idea is you get yourself into this hedge position, and then when the direction shows itself, you then release the opposite side of the trade. And then once the direction has shown itself, you then use that trade and you hold on to that trade and you allow that trade to then move in the direction once the direction has shown itself. And that's how you hedge your positions. So coming into the day today, all right, once you got the CPI number and you got this massive gap down, all right, I said to myself, I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to pound this thing short because this is way too big of a gap down. I'm going to wait for the markets to bounce. And then when the markets bounce, I'll try to go after put options at that time once the markets bounce. But I want to hedge that position, right? So what I did first was I went after Netflix for the long. My first trade of the day was Netflix. Now, what I want to point out to you with regards to Netflix, that Netflix has been holding a very nice level of support. I'll take you guys over to the daily chart. Follow me on this trade, all right? You have a beautiful support level down here, right? Once you get down into this low two teens, you see that support level right there where the stock is holding, and then you see this pink line? That's the 100-day moving average. So the 100-day moving average comes into play, gives you this beautiful level of support. And as you look back here to the left, you can see, for good measure, a couple of other prior tests of that level to give you a nice support zone on Netflix. All right, so you can see here that nice, beautiful support zone on Netflix. So you got this massive gap down today in the SPY because of CPI, and Netflix did not break underneath this support level. That to me shows a level of strength, relative strength, where you get this massive gap down breaking below major support levels. This is a key support level for Netflix that has been in play since July. Since July, Netflix has not broken below this support level. When you go and you look at the overall markets and you look at July, what have the markets done since July? They have gone down. They have made brand new lows. They have broken beneath major levels of support, not Netflix. Netflix has not broken below that major level of support. It held it even after the SPY gave you the massive gap down that you got today on the back of the CPI print, right? So there was that huge gap down. So I'm sitting here saying to myself, okay, this stock is relatively strong. If we're going to get a bounce in the market, I want to go ahead and I want to be long this stock because look at the support level that is holding. It held even in the morning when the markets gave you the huge gap down. And then you got this nice break up to a new intraday high. You broke through the initial morning high. The initial morning high can be found right here. I'll teach you guys how to identify the initial morning high and how to identify these type of setups. But there's your initial morning high. You broke through it with a nice increase in volume. See that nice increase in volume? Remember this, remember it often, write it down. When you have a stock that breaks through the initial morning high, the heavier the volume on the break, the greater the chance that previous high then starts to act as a level of support. So then you get this pullback, and then what starts to happen? Very plainly and clearly, you can see that that previous level, okay, that previous high starts acting as a level of support. So I stepped in, I said, you know what, this stock is strong. I'm going to step in and I'm going to get long Netflix. I bought Netflix right there. Right there is where I stepped in and I bought Netflix just over $215 a share. All right. At that time, I alerted 2 members because every time I trade a large cap stock, whether it's long or short, I will always give members an option to go along with it. So if you can't afford a $215 stock, don't worry about it. I got you covered. Because at the time that I sent out my alert and told everybody I was buying the stock at $215, and I think it was 70 cents or whatever it was. I forgot what my exact entry price was. I told everybody, if you want to follow me on this trade, you can buy the October 21st expiration, okay, $217.50 strike price call option on Netflix. At the time, those options were trading at around $15 a contract. So you could have bought a contract for $15 if you could not afford the $215 a share on the stock. So there's the entry for the long. But at the same time that I'm entering this stock for the long, I'm not oblivious to the fact that the stock market is down huge on the back of a horrible CPI number. So to hedge this position, I said to myself, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy put options on the SPY in case the SPY continues to move to the downside. So when we popped our head up here on the SPY, I went ahead and I bought put options on the SPY right here. So here I step in, I buy put options on the SPY to create my hedge. So now I've got put options on the SPY and my stop loss was 355. So right here. So right there becomes my stop loss on the SPY put options. Okay. This is how you do a hedge trade, right? So now I've got this long, I'm in this position on puts with that being my stop loss. I am long Netflix with, and I'll draw my stop loss for you. My stop loss was right here at $213. So right there's my stop loss on the Netflix long. Okay. And I'll make it red for you so there's no confusion between the support level and the stop loss. So there's my entry and there's my stop loss. Okay. So now I'm long Netflix. I'm short the SPY, and here's my stop loss on the SPY. What immediately starts to happen is Netflix breaks out to a new high of the day. I get the new high of the day on Netflix, and I go, perfect. This allows me an opportunity to take a small piece of profit off the table to reduce my overall risk exposure on the trade because I'm now putting a little piece of profit on the table. At that same time, then, you get the SPY starts to top itself out and then starts to give you this first pullback back into a support level down around VWAP. I bought these put options on the SPY at $6 a contract. We pulled back. They went to $6.40 a contract. And I said, okay, perfect. I can now take a piece of profit off the table on the SPY put options to reduce my overall exposure even further. Now I was just able to take a piece of profit on both sides of my heads. That is the absolute greatest position that you can possibly put yourself in if you're in a hedge trade and you're able to get profit off on both sides of the hedge. Because remember, one of these trades is not going to work. That's the entire idea behind a hedge trade. So if you can get profit on both sides, you know you're in a position and you know you're in the driver's seat because one of those trades you're going to lose money on. But if you're already able to take profit on both sides, then you know that you're going to lose a small amount on the side that's going to be wrong, which opens up more potential profit as the trade works itself through. So that's exactly what happened here. Then what happens? The SPY continues its move to the upside. And right here, I stop out of my SPY put options. And I realize a loss on those options right there. Yes, it was a losing trade on the SPY puts, but because I already took a piece of profit off, it's a small loss, or it's not a full risk unit loss, but now I have the Netflix long, and the Netflix long absolutely explodes. Absolutely explodes. So you cut the hedge side, that's wrong. You let the direction work out, and we start ripping profits off the table as this stock absolutely explodes to the upside. Judith Glennon has a question. She goes, I have questions. How do I get in touch with someone to talk to them? Judith Glennon, if you can hear me now, Judith Glennon, send a text message right now to the phone number that is at the bottom of your screen. Okay? 786-505-4049. Okay? Send a text message to the phone number at the bottom of your screen. This is for Judith Glennon. Okay? Hit the Bid says, is there a case where both work, the long and the hedge? Yes. That would be a case of severe relative strength and relative weakness, depending on what's happening. Now, when you put a hedge trade on, you have to be careful to not put a hedge on to something that is not correlated. Like, you don't want to say, I'm going to get long a small cap and then I'm going to get short the SPY, because the SPY and that small cap have no correlation whatsoever. The idea on a hedge is that if the market goes in the direction that you're wrong, the idea is you have exposure to the other side of the trade if you get the direction wrong. So you want to make sure that the hedge has a correlation. Don't make the mistake of getting a hedge that is not correlated. All right. So we start taking profits off the table. We're now in the driver's seat, up big green on the day. And then for good measure, okay, we're trading sideways. Netflix still looks great. Then news comes out with Netflix about their ad platform, and the stock just rips to the upside again. And we just start taking more profits off the table. And we just literally just are peeling profits off the table today. And I'm still long a small piece of this Netflix trade from all the way down here at $215. To put this into perspective for you, this was my risk. Okay, this box that I'm going to draw for you guys right here, this box of red, that's the size of my risk. That red box is the size of my risk. And my profit was that big. So when you want to take a look at a trade for risk reward, right? When you're looking at risk reward, this was the size of my risk. This was the size of my reward. That's why this was such a big trade, which is why I have no problem buying laptops for the next 14 people that join the TTG family here this evening. And I'm going to carry this Netflix trade for a couple of more days, because I think that Netflix has a chance to get itself back into this region and test this resistance level that you have up here in the high 240s. You have a massive resistance level at 250 on Netflix. So every time Netflix has gotten up into the high 240s, it's encountered a level of resistance. It does not take a master chartist to see this line of resistance, that every time that Netflix gets up there, you can see the stock has pulled away from that level every single time it gets up to test it. So what I'm essentially looking for is for the stock to get up into this region, and then I can take my final profits off the table. I would take my final profits off the table then on that trade. So I'm still long a piece of Netflix. It's a small piece of position, though. I took a lot of profit off on that trade. It was a beautiful day for us inside a True Trading Group. And that, my friends, is how you execute what is called a hedge trade. Way to go. Mandarin got 10% gain on their account, on their entire account today. That's absolutely incredible. That's absolutely incredible. All right. So that's what I'm kind of be looking for here, guys, with regards to the Netflix trade. Okay. That's what I'm looking for there on the Netflix trade. All right. So again, guys, congratulations to all of you that were able to capitalize on that Netflix trade. It was an absolute thing of beauty. And that is how you execute a hedge trade. All right. Does that make sense? Everybody understand? Let me kind of go through with you guys maybe what I expect now to happen tomorrow and what my game plan is now going into the next couple of trading days. What you saw happen today in the overall markets, I think, was extremely constructive. I think a lot of it was jolted by short covering But there was also news out of England that played a pretty big part in this today. And that is the markets have seen a lot of selling pressure lately because of the fear that something was going to break in England, that the credit markets were going to break, that pension funds were going to go bust, and people were going to lose their pensions as the UK goes into a recession. And that would cause waves across the global economy, and it would impact us and our financial markets here. So the Bank of England has been buying bonds to stabilize their bond market, to prevent pension funds from getting completely blown up, as pension funds own bonds and the prices of bonds have been getting absolutely destroyed. Okay. So they've been buying bonds. The Bank of England announced the other day that they were going to stop within 3 days, which means they're going to stop tomorrow. What happened today, and what you also got, was the government of the UK was announcing that they were going to do tax cuts in the middle of the Bank of England trying to fight inflation. That is completely counterproductive and goes completely against what the Central Bank of England is trying to do to bring down inflation. That is exactly what every central bank around the world is trying to do to bring down inflation. By cutting taxes, that is an inflationary act. It goes against everything central banks are trying to do. And that action by the UK government sent their financial markets in a complete tailspin. All hell broke loose in the bond markets and the currency markets regarding the British pound and regarding UK bonds. There was news today that the UK government finally smartened up and said, we're probably going to walk back that tax cut plan. And the Bank of England said, we might continue buying bonds past Friday. And that really stabilized a lot of the nerves that people had regarding something breaking in the financial credit markets regarding England. That was a big reason why markets moved lower over the last week and a half. So that fear that something was going to break and you're going to have a catastrophic systemic event in England, that fear subsided today. That had a big factor in the short covering rally that you got today after the CPI number came out. I think there's enough constructive price action today for the market to stabilize over the next couple of days and possibly see further upside towards 380. I think that, not tomorrow, but I think that if earnings are not as bad as people think, I'm looking for the SPY to get to 380. My game plan now going forward is to look for pullbacks on the SPY and look for those pullbacks to stabilize. Okay. And if you get these pullbacks to stabilize on the SPY, I would look then to be long, and then looking at earnings over the next week to 2 weeks. And if earnings are not as bad as people expect, I think you can see a situation where the SPY moves back to the upside and you get a move back to retest this resistance level that you see at 380. And I'm going to be positioning myself for that move. Okay. So that's going to be the move that we are looking for there at True Trading Group. My TTG fam, you guys know we'll be talking about this over the next couple of days. But that is going to be the mindset I'm looking for. So unless a major news catalyst occurs, I think that the move that you saw today sticks. I think it holds for a little while. I don't think it gets erased tomorrow. And I think within the next 1 to 2 weeks, unless earnings are just completely out of left field horrific, I think that within the next 2 weeks, you see the SPY back at 380, and we're going to play that. We're going to position ourselves for that move. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. All right, guys. So there you have it. All right. So I hope that you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys have a better understanding of what a hedge trade is. And hope you guys have a better understanding of what the hell happened today. Because a lot of people couldn't understand what happened today. They're like, inflation was bad. So why would the markets move higher? And I hope you guys now have a better understanding of why the markets moved higher today. I hope you have a better understanding of why we shifted that game plan from last night into this morning after the price action you got after the CPI number changes things. And you have to be able to adjust your plan. And we adjusted our plan in the morning, and we were able to put on a hedge trade, and it worked out and paid us beautifully and handsomely today. And it was just an amazing day inside of chat. I'm proud of all the members that were able to capitalize on today's action. If you did not capitalize on today's action, do not worry about it. Don't sweat it. Don't fret, because this volatility is going to still be here for these coming months. You guys said we'll have plenty of opportunities. The market's always open the next day. You have plenty of opportunities to capitalize on insane, massive moves in this market. This is the most volatile market I've ever seen in my entire life. And there's opportunities literally every single day. So don't be upset if you guys missed out on some of this action today. Believe me, there's a hell of a lot more of this to come. So get yourselves in chat. Stop trying to trade this on your own. Stop just trying to watch YouTube videos the day before and then figure out what to do the next day all by yourself. Get in chat, listen to the 9 professional traders and myself talk to you during the day as different things and catalysts and news comes out so that we can give you real-time analysis and tell you exactly what we are doing. Because if you were in chat today, then you would know that I was putting that hedge position on and I had long exposure on Netflix instead of just endlessly buying puts. All right. So what we'll do here now, if you're not a member of True Trading Group and you are not interested in a membership at all, you may sign off the live stream. I'm done with the educational stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications before you guys head out of here, because we do this 6 days a week. So you want to make sure that you guys are always fully up to date with everything that's happening. You don't want to miss out on any of these live streams. If you are interested in a membership in True Trading Group, what I'll do here is I will actually show you the platform that is TTG. So you'll see all the courses, all the tools, because it's all included for the $1,100. Remember, TTG is a platform, okay? You're going to get access to all of our tools, all of our courses when you guys join. You're going to get our chat room. Our chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. You also have access to the mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer, don't stress it. The mobile app will let you see the screen share, listen to the audio analysis, and get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade, which is how so many of our members are able to benefit while working full-time jobs by listening in on that mobile app. You guys get access to all of this when you guys join the family. You're also going to get 2 small private study group sessions. Members of True Trading Group, there is a study group with Chris Toner, one of our option traders and due diligence master. That's going to be at 6:15 inside the main chat room. It is free for everyone to attend. So if you guys are a member of True Trading Group, even our brand new members that join here today, you guys can all head into the main chat room to take part in Chris Toner's private study group. You're going to be able to attend these study groups. This is your chance to talk to professional traders, the mods at TTG, ask questions to really help speed up that learning curve. Gary, you did it. Gary pulled the trigger. Gary Peters, new member of the TTG family. Welcome to the family, brother. I look forward to trading with you. Everybody, welcome Gary. Gary's the newest member. That means we have 13 laptops left. I'll be buying 13 laptops for the next 13 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code, price drops to $1,100. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. You guys will be able to get a welcome email once you join. There's instructions in there. If you have any questions, send a text to 786-505-4049. Back to what you get included with your membership, the Benzinga Pro live newsfeed. This is a live breaking up to the second news service that if you went to Benzinga on your own, it's going to cost you over $1,000 a year. Do not do that. It's free with your membership when you guys join True Trading Group. Okay, it's included in that $1,100 membership. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. This is going to cost you around $600 a year. If you go to TradingView directly, it's included with your membership when you join True Trading Group for $1,100. You're also going to get the Trade Ideas scanner to make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. That'll cost you a few $100. It streams on our platform live at no additional cost, included in your $1,100. You're going to get a simulator from ET&A that will let you trade stocks and options with fake money. But this simulator would cost you just under $1,000 if you went to ET&A to get it directly for the entire year. This is included with your $1,100 membership. This is the value of our platform. It's getting access to tools and resources without having to pay for them. These things would cost you over $5,000 a year if you went to the companies directly. You're also going to get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, options flow, unusual options activity. That costs you hundreds of dollars a year. It's included on the platform when you join True Trading Group. You get Trading Journal that will actually track your trading and break down your trading by statistics and numbers so you can more easily see what you're doing wrong and what you need to improve on. You get a social sentiment scanner that will go through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you which ticker symbols are being mentioned most so you can help stay ahead of the crowd. analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in, so you'll know exactly how many analysts have a buy rating, a sell, a hold on any stock you're interested in. You're going to get insider buying, insider selling information, short data. It's all included, guys, when you join the TTG family. Every day, the mods and I publish a watch list. The watch list will give you the stocks we're looking at, but also game plans on how we plan on trading those stocks. And then you have the courses. The courses in True Trading Group are a simplified but expanded upon version of what I learned when I worked at the firm in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures. It's all included. There are no additional VIP courses that cost more money after you subscribe. Every course is included for that $1,100. On top of the courses, there's a video library that has 300 hours of workshops and webinars. These are recordings from things that we've done live, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. You can watch all of them, and then you can start attending these workshops live as a full-time member, like our members will do immediately following this live stream at 6:15. Chris Toner is hosting a live workshop inside the main chat room. You are all welcome to attend. It's time you guys invested in something real. It's time you guys invested in something that can actually help you reach your goals, something that can provide you real value. Now, listen, I can't guarantee, and I won't guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined the True Trading Group. But what I will guarantee you is that as long as you're willing to put forth some effort, go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. If you are not able to make back the $1,100 membership fee at least once during your membership, after doing those three things, I will give you $2,200 back. I'll give you $2,200 back. That's the deal. Oh, guys, I also forgot to mention, if you're a trial member right now, you are also welcome to attend the workshop. If you are a trial member, you are welcome to attend the workshop. So anyone that is currently a trial, you may attend this workshop as well. So if you're currently a trial member, go on into the main chat room at 6:15, and you guys can attend that workshop with Chris Toner as well. It's welcome to trial members as well. You guys just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop by 50%, drops to $1,100. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. You don't have to enter your address. You guys can just enter your info, check out, you're good to go. We cover the shipping costs. And the chat room is now open for that workshop. Finally, if you still have not joined, if you guys want to join our trial, you can. Just go to TTG.com. It's TTG3 spelt out. It's a 3-day trial. It's a 7-day trial, for just $3. 7 trading days. The weekend does not count against your 7 days. So don't wait until Monday. You can literally join right now, be in chat tomorrow, and then Sunday and Saturday do not count against your 7 days. It's 7 trading days is our trial. It's only $3. We charge $3 just to make sure that you guys are actual real people. There's no reoccurring $3 payment. There's no automatic upgrade or automatic renewal. It's a one-time payment of $3. Just go to TTG3 spelt out.com to join our trial. Otherwise, send a text message if you are already a trial and you guys want, or you used to be a trial and you guys want this offer of $1,100 with the laptop. Send a text message to the number at the bottom of your screen, 786-505-4049. Send a text that number right now. And the trials, like I said, you're all welcome to attend Chris Toner's workshop that begins in 15 minutes. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. I hope you guys had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you learned about hedge trading. Hope you learned about why the markets rallied today. It's a crazy world that we live in, and we're just taking advantage of it. All right. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. We'll look to close out what's been an absolutely crazy week. We'll close it out tomorrow with the final day of the week. So good luck, everyone, tomorrow. If you're not a member, if you are, you guys know I'm not going to wish you luck because you'll be in the trenches with me, taking advantage of the opportunities that this market presents. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Take care.